Hello from Santa Barbara in California. I'm at the Amtrak depot having just got off the coast Starlight. I'm going to fly the rest of the way up to San Francisco. So if you'd like to experience what a 737 MAX, relatively new plane with United Airlines, looks like flying not out of an international airport, as virtually everything is called here in the US, but a municipal airport, Santa Barbara Municipal Airport, with a 737 MAX. Join me and let's enjoy this video.
Traveling the world on planes, trains, trams, and more. Join Mark Hopwood as he shows you some of the great journeys he's made. Travel with him as he takes you to a whole variety of destinations. And just remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and give Mark your comments on this video.
Take the train from San Diego all the way up to Vancouver, British Columbia. It's a beautiful ride.
Didn't quite fancy the Santa Barbara Duck Tour, so I booked an Uber, and this smart battery-powered Tesla arrived to take me up to Santa Barbara Airport, just a few minutes away.
So this rather characteristic building for Santa Barbara in terms of its architecture is Santa Barbara Municipal Airport. It's great to be here. Just travelled up from the Amtrak depot, and I'm going to head through to the airport. I've not got any baggage, just a small rucksack, so hopefully through security and out the other side. My flight is a Denver arrival, just coming in about 15 minutes time from Denver, so I may even see the aircraft arrive. There's a Southwest Airlines departure, another Boeing 737 to leave just before us, a couple of business jets about, but other than that fairly quiet. So let's see what Santa Barbara Airport looks like in action.
So having just landed, here is my United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. It's landed from Denver, not a particularly long flight, Denver over to Santa Barbara. Fairly short stop over here, and then the flight continues to San Francisco with me on board, of course. So I'm heading down the jetty now to get on board this United Airlines 737 flying out of Santa Barbara. I mentioned earlier on there was a Southwest Airlines 737. You can just see that on the right hand side as I head down the jetty. Once again, one of these fairly regular experiences where you're invited to board the aircraft, but they're not quite ready to get you on the plane. But here we go, on board now, the United Airlines 737 for this very short hop up to San Francisco. I was flying economy class, managed to bag the first row of economy, row 7, by the window, seat 7F. You can see my camera there, you're not supposed to see that, all ready to film the departure as we push back from the stand. Let's just have a quick little look now at the flight and the routing that we're due to take. So today's flight was a short flight, but part of a day trip around California that I'd commenced from LAX. And the United Airlines 477 was a 737 MAX 8 series aircraft flying from Santa Barbara up to San Francisco. There's the seat map for you to have a look at. We pushed back from Santa Barbara, one of only 4 stands, taxied up to the runway 25 from Santa Barbara, took off towards the west and headed out towards the Pacific Ocean, out briefly over the Pacific before turning inland and across inland California, heading towards San Luis Obispo and then to San Jose. We were descending, of course, by then. Didn't have to make too many turns to get to the right heading to line up for runway 28 left at San Francisco International Airport. And then after landing, we taxied off the runway and a relatively short taxi round to the United Airlines gates before parking on stand.
So we're airborne out of Santa Barbara, short flight to San Francisco, just leveling out at the cruising altitude. Tiny bit of cloud, but pretty nice weather for flying in California. Nice view of the coastline as we took off. It's a 737 MAX. First time I've had a flight in one of those, but looking forward to San Francisco. We'll be on the ground there very soon, and maybe some nice views as we come in and land. This is a relatively short flight in North America, and one of the things that I can't help contrast these type of flights in North America with, say, compared to Europe, or particularly flights in the Middle East or Asia, is just the lack of onboard service. There's no drinks, there's no food offered at all in economy. It's no real hardship, but it does contrast with the service that you might experience elsewhere in the world. Well, we were well into our descent by now on the flight into San Francisco International. Time to have a quick look round the aircraft. Some of the facilities offered by United on this 737 MAX, including at-sea power. But it wasn't long before we were lining up with runway 28 left at San Francisco International and making our descent towards the city. It's a fantastic view quite often at San Francisco. We didn't fly over the city, but we could see the skyscrapers there in the distance as we made our landing at the airport.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Then.
you.
Cheers. Next one.
Thanks so much.
Please take a moment to like the video, subscribe, and then press the notification button.
Landing as a domestic passenger at a US airport with no luggage is always quite an easy experience. I was through the terminal very quickly, onto the people mover and heading to the BART station. It's a bit of a faff because you have to get the people mover, then you have to get off and get BART. I was going on BART to Millbrae to then pick up the Caltrain. So it's 3 trains, and you can see why many people in the States just jump straight into a car and head into the city. But of course the transit is part of the fun for me. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll catch you real soon.